Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video I'm going to be doing an overhaul of a Shimano rim brake. This one is a Dura Ace model, but it's the same if you've got an Ultegra or a 105, Tiagra or a Sora. Now this is my Cervelo S5. I ride it through the winter and generally what happens is muck and dirt and stuff come into the caliper and it basically does not actuate properly. The way this typically manifests itself is by sticky brakes. So what happens is you pull the brake lever and the caliper compresses against the rim, but then it doesn't release completely. Now mine is clearing the rim, but I know I've got a problem because when I flick the adjuster around so I could take a wheel out, there's no tension in the cable, but the caliper sides haven't moved all the way out, so it's gummed up there. There are generally two places where it can gum up. One is in the caliper itself, or the other one is in the cable. Now, to prove the cable is free and not the problem, if you undo the pinch bolt, take that out, and then the cable's free, it should release with a bit of tension. So there's nothing wrong with that cable. But my caliper hasn't extended all the way out. That's how I know there's a problem in there. So we're going to have to take this off. So with a 5mm Allen key, just undo the bolt. And the caliper is free. Now we just need to take the cable out, and you can just pull this and it should leave the cable in, like so. So I've taken the caliper off the bike, and just by squeezing it by hand it doesn't return back to its original position, so it's definitely gummed up. And now we're going to begin the disassembly process. So we're going to take the brake blocks off. That requires a 4mm Allen key. I always put the screw or the bolt back in so you don't lose it, and the same on the other side. Okay, now I'm just looking to see where the friction is. I think it could be in this roller here. Certainly that's not spinning particularly freely. So I think the best course of action is we're going to soak this in some cleaning fluid for a little while. So there's the brake blocks and the pinch bolt, and I'm going to put the caliper in there as well. Now for cleaning fluid I usually use this stuff which is called Vitrasol, and I also have a muck off spray container which has Vitrasol in it. Muck off I think is generally overpriced and crap in comparison to this. Now I got this from eBay, it was £12 for 5 litres and it is absolutely excellent. So that's the cleaning fluid put in. I'm just going to spray the rest of it with the same Vitrasol and leave it for a little while. Now this is a detailing brush, and with that I'm just going to rub the cleaning fluid in. So it's been in the cleaning solution for a while. I've taken it out. Next we need to undo this bolt here, which is a 3mm Allen key on that side and a TX 27 on this side. So once that bolt's done, that side of the caliper will come apart. Just remember where the washers and ball bearings go. This surface here needs to be extremely clean. It's where the roller follows. So I had a bit of corrosion, muck and dirt and all sorts in there, so I'm cleaning that thoroughly. This surface on the other arm also needs to be clean, so the roller itself. Again, mine was just covered in muck and dirt. Now you can, if required, take this bolt out from the spring side to clean it some more, but what I usually do is just check it to see if spring return is good, and that one is, so I'm not going to dismantle the spring because it's not required. So for reassembly, put an Allen key in there just to hold the spring out so we can put the other arm back on. Thrust washer's in my right hand. I haven't put any grease in it, just clean it and then locate it onto the non-sprung arm. Get the sprung arm, and then we need to reassemble that like so. TX 27 bit, tighten that up. It starts to get a bit tighter, so put the socket on and then continue to tighten. Now we have to get this Allen key out. So push that spring in. Now you can see that caliper works beautifully. On this roller here, I'm going to apply a small amount of grease. So I've just pulled the brake pads out of the cleaning tub, and we're going to reassemble these onto the caliper. So if you've forgotten which way these go, on the outside there is a flanged bolt with a washer behind it, and then on the inside there is this conical washer which allows you to rotate the brake pad in the caliper to give it a bit of toe in or toe out. Now the brake pads are, well, you have to make sure you get them the right way, so that is the non-drive side. They only need to be in loose because we'll do the final adjustment on the bike. Same for the other side. Then we have the cable pinch bolt to go on. Again, you could assemble this on the bike if you wished. So I'm just going to leave that loose because I might have to take it off depending on whether I can get the cable through or not. And that's just the serrated washer that goes onto the spindle. So we're back over onto the bike. I've cleaned the fork and I'm going to put an Allen key through. Just tighten it until it is tight. Then we need to push the cable through. Like that. Pull on the wire and then hopefully we can get this in. If not, I'm going to have to undo the cable a bit. Now I'm going to have to undo this pinch bolt. So the brakes now are excellent, but they just need a final bit of adjustment on the brake pad positioning and the centering. So all I'm doing now is fiddling around with the centering, which is using this bolt here. That moves it in and out, sorry, left to right, and also just getting the distance between the rim and the brake blocks to be as close as possible without rubbing. So you can do that by tightening this. The target gap's about 1.5 millimeters, and we're not that far away. Spin the wheel to make sure it's not touching. And that's pretty good. So let's just check the brake. Oh, what a difference. So that concludes this video on how to overhaul a Shimano rim brake. I certainly hope you found it useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, then please use the comments box below. Please visit my website, which is www.hambini.com, and subscribe for new content I tend to put that out every week. Thank you very much, and until next time.